On this channel, there are multiple times where I expect or even demand people to know certain things. And to a degree, people consider this, well, I guess bigoted is a fair word, respect other people's opinions. And people basically criticize me, saying that not everyone has the time to learn these skills. And to a degree, I actually get it. No matter how easy it is to learn these skills, you can't blame a person for not knowing something. Or at least not as much.
In this day and age with the internet, ignorance is a choice, and they're still choosing ignorance.
But there is something else we should be criticizing and almost blaming in this case, and that is school. How many of you, again, forget about Arch Linux, I'll go over that later. How many of you know how to do a testicular exam? I mean, you have balls all your fucking life, right? Do you know how to feel for cancer? This should be covered in school. Right? The cure to cancer is technically early detection because the survival rate drops from around 80% to 20% when you go from stage 1 to 3 or 4. If men knew how to feel for testicular cancer, say their fucking school taught them how to do it, imagine how much of a relief that would be. It's also worth noting that testicular cancer is the most likely form of cancer young men are likely to have. So learning to check for that is actually very important. Whatever. And I'll talk about Arch Linux later, I promise. But first, let's talk about obesity management. Now, school teaches you about quadratic formula, about bio, and fucking plants, and chloroplasts, and all that shit. But why don't they teach you how to manage your fucking weight? If you watch Dr. Jason Fung's channel, or Dr. Paul Mason's lectures on insulin resistance, hyperinsulinemia, hyperglycemia, I think that's the term, basically high blood sugar levels, and how over time your body develops a resistance to insulin, these are things that can be covered in bio class, and it would actually help you control your weight, control your fat levels, and not be susceptible to type 2 diabetes by changing your lifestyle. This can be covered in school. Things like fasting, fat metabolism, and all that, they are perfect topics to be covered in biology. But for some fucking reason, they are not. Now, okay, let's get into Lincox and the terminal and all that good old FOSS shit. Imagine school actually taught you how to use a fucking computer. Holy shit. Imagine how useful that is. I mean, they teach you about 69 genders, so why the fuck can't they teach you what a kernel is? No, seriously, you use a computer every fucking day. You should at least know what a kernel is. You should kind of know how the fucking thing works. You literally have zero knowledge of it from a hardware or software point of view. The same way you don't know shit about your balls, or how to check for testicular cancer, or manage your fucking weight. Like, these are things that should be covered in school, and these are things everybody should know. Maybe not the balls one if you don't have balls, but the weight thing, everybody should know that. That's for sure. Obesity costs a lot of money these days. It costs healthcare institutions a lot of fucking money. And everything I describe here is important. Hell, there are also some things I missed. How to treat basic wounds, first aid practice, how to do CPR. I learned how to do CPR in the fucking 12th grade. Think about how ridiculous that is. Oh, and by the way, did you guys know that there's an auto Heimlich maneuver? That thing can literally save your life. In fact, that thing actually saved my ass once. I was literally choking on a fucking biscuit. And because I knew how to do that, I literally saved my own ass. And they didn't teach me how to do that shit in school. And people call these things life skills. Like, bitch, you don't even know how to do it themselves. They just chalk it up to life skills. These are skills and areas that need to be quantified and taught more than any fucking math topic. Because math, you really can learn that on your own. It's a fucking textbook. How is it that the most important and hardest things to learn and develop are left to the 10-year-olds to figure out on your own? It's a life skill, bro. But fucking quadratic formula, they tell you all about it. It's like, bro, if you throw a textbook at a 10-year-old's face, they're gonna fucking learn quadratic formula. It really isn't that bad. It's as if the system is designed to produce depressed, directionless, obese consumers. Well, it makes so much sense when you say it like that. Yes, you shouldn't have to learn how to boot, arch, or whatever the fuck. You shouldn't have to learn how to do a scroll exam. That should be taught to you in school. You should know how to manage your weight. You should know how to manage your mental health. Right? The fucking school should teach you. There are some areas where throwing people in the deep end can cause them to fucking drown, such as mental health, even physical health, obesity, and whatnot. I'm not necessarily talking about fucking Arch Linux here. And yet, we do this to every child by sending them to fucking school. It's as if we're making these kids walk the fucking plank and expecting them to learn how to swim. That's not a good idea. These things can be taught to people, and these skills can be developed in an efficient manner, and that is what school is supposed to do, but it doesn't fucking do that. So yeah, that's my rant on school. Thank you for tuning in, gang.